Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the United Agenda. Okay guys, without wasting time, it's actually the international break, and this is the only time we have to discuss more about the inside stories about Manchester United, the transfer window, some stories coming out from the training ground, inside Manchester, interviews. So this is actually the best time and the time to talk about all these inside stories of Manchester United. But however, before we start, the news is about Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes and some other news that has been flowing around in terms of the midfield issues of Manchester United. So without wasting time, you guys can see on the screen we have this video has been sorry, I was trying to read something there. Our video today is being sponsored by Jeju Him Honey. Jeju Him Honey. So guys, if you don't know what Jeju Him Honey is, Jeju Him Honey is a product for it's a male product for those of us who are having some men who are having some erectile dysfunction and men who doesn't last long when they are performing their home duties. You know what I mean when I mean home duties. So this is how it looks like in the pack. This is Jeju Him. This is how it looks like in this is how the pack looks like, and this is how the content, this is how it looks like. And it's a complete organic product. It's a natural and organic product, no artificial ingredients added in it. It's pure organic and pure organic. So if you know your boyfriend or your husband or your friend or your bestie is having this issue, or he doesn't perform well when he's about to do his family duties, or you don't like how your boyfriend is performing, just make sure to get this Jeju Him Honey for him. It's everywhere. It's worldwide. You can is the link is in the description as well. You can click on the link to get the full details about this product. So make sure you check on Jeju Him Honey. Pure energy and rooted nature. Organic. So guys, that is it for our sponsor today. So without wasting any time, we have to jump in to the news. The news has been flowing. The news has been flowing around about Manchester United. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, majority of Manchester United fans has been clamoring for the sale of Bruno Fernandes and not extending Casemiro's contract, even though it has been reported earlier that Manchester United and Ruben Amorim is actually pushing to extend Casemiro's contract on a low wage. There is a very big issue concerning Manchester United losing Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in one summer. I don't think Manchester United will be brave enough to let go of Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in one summer. We all know that Bruno Fernandes is not liked when he's playing in that midfield role. Even me, as one of Bruno Fernandes' fans, I don't like Bruno Fernandes playing in that midfield role. Bruno Fernandes is one of the top 10 attacking midfielders in the world, which is the number 10 role. Yes, he's doing a job in that midfield role. Even Bruno Fernandes himself doesn't like playing in that midfield role. He doesn't like it. But majority of the fans and some reports has been saying that Manchester United are willing to cash in or might cash in the summer for Bruno Fernandes. To be honest with you, I don't think that will happen. Manchester United can easily let go of Casemiro during the summer because his contract is up and he's on high wage. But letting Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro go in the same summer, I don't think United can afford to lose two of their most experienced midfielders in that team in one summer. Because I know we've been, as in, it's been floating around. The news has been floating around that Manchester United might go in for Elliot Anderson during the January transfer window. But it has been reported from Rob Dobson that Manchester United are likely not to do anything in the January transfer window. And it's not news. It's not supposed to be a breaking news for us, because majority of the time Manchester United, we don't sign players during the January transfer window. Majority of the time. Maybe Ineos might be different, but for the past 10 years it has been very rare before we sign players during the January transfer window. So about Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, it's 100% that Casemiro has to leave after his contract is up in the summer. 100% he has to leave, even though he's one of our best midfielders as it stands now, because he's one of our best midfielders, because we all know how whenever Ruben Amorim makes subs, we saw how it ended up against Tottenham when he brought what's his name, Manu Ugarte. It also happened against Brighton when he brought on Manu Ugarte as well and subbed Casemiro off. Everything, our system, our formation, our tactics got destroyed. So Manu Ugarte is not the option. Neither is Kobe Menu, because it's open. It's 100% open that Ruben Amorim doesn't rate Kobe Menu. It's 100% open to us now that Ruben Amorim doesn't rate Kobe Menu. So you can't tell me that Manchester United will afford to lose Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in one summer, knowing fully well that the other midfielders who are there are not capable to do the job. Kobe Menu, I don't know if he's capable, but Amorim doesn't rate him. Manu Ugarte, I'm 100% sure he's not capable. 100% sure that Manu Ugarte is not capable of wearing that Casemiro's boot in terms of replacing him if he's gone. Which other midfielder do we have there? I'm not going to call on Kone, the young lad, because I've never seen him play before for Manchester United. So I can't say he will be the next our next defensive midfielder. So that is it. I don't think Manchester United will be brave enough to let Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes leave during the summer transfer window. It's not possible. They can let one of them go, which is Casemiro, 100%. But letting Bruno go during the summer will be a disaster. It's actually, as in, I'm not saying that if we let Bruno Fernandes leave during the summer, that Manchester United will collapse or what. But I can't see it happen. I can't actually see Manchester United losing Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in the same summer. I actually cannot see it happen. So this is my own opinion. If you think it's possible that Manchester United can let Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro live in the same summer, put it down in the comment section and tell me how it can happen, and tell me who will conduct that team if Bruno Fernandes, especially if Bruno Fernandes leaves that midfield role and leaves the football club. Tell me how we are going to control and dominate other teams without Bruno Fernandes in the team. We know whenever Bruno Fernandes is out of that pitch, whenever he's being subbed off, we almost don't remain the same. We might be playing bad when Bruno is in the pitch, but whenever he gets subbed off, we'll get worse. We always get worse whenever Bruno is subbed off. So tell me how we can manage to cope if he leaves the football club in the summer. I want to know. I actually want to know. So that is it for Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. And now, the news has been floating. David Austin have had a little chat about Carlos Baleba. And we all know the rules of Ineos in terms of recruitment. They said you must want to come to Manchester United first before Manchester United can go in for you or can come to sign you. And David Austin have said that Manchester United are still in for Carlos Baleba. United wants Carlos Baleba and Carlos Baleba wants Manchester United. So it's likely that the deal can still happen maybe during the summer. However, we all know how hard is it when clubs are negotiating with Brighton. Brighton are a very tough club to negotiate with. But seeing Carlos Baleba's performance since the start of this season, it's not giving me joy at all. Carlos Baleba's performance is not giving me joy at all. For me, Elliot Anderson will be the perfect replacement for Casemiro. We have to fight. We have to do everything possible to make sure we get that Elliot Anderson into Manchester United. For me, I'm not saying that Carlos Baleba is bad though, but his performance for these 3 months since the league started, I'm not convinced. Unless he will come back stronger for the second half of the season. Unless he can convince us that he is still the Carlos Baleba of the previous season. If not, I wouldn't go anywhere near Carlos Baleba. I would not go anywhere near Carlos Baleba. I loved that player when after the previous season, I wanted him with my full chest. But as it stands now, there are so many red flags there. But however, we know how Manchester United operates. Carlos Baleba might be the cheaper option to Elliot Anderson, or even what's the guy, the Crystal Palace guy, Wharton. Manchester United, even the way he's performing as he stands now, Manchester United might still go for him because he wants to join Manchester United and Manchester United wants him. And we all know how difficult it is to negotiate with Brighton. They are a very difficult team to negotiate with. But however, we will see what would happen in the transfer window. Forget about January transfer window. You see Elliot Anderson, you see Carlos Baleba, Wharton. These three players, none of them will leave in the January. It's not possible. If you want them to leave, you have to pay a silly amount of money, which Manchester United are not willing to, will not be willing to pay. The only thing that could happen in the January transfer window is a stopgap midfielder, getting a stopgap midfielder, someone like Conor Gallagher at Atletico Madrid. That is the sort of signing we might make in the January transfer window. But going for Carlos Baleba, Adam Wharton, and Elliot Anderson, I don't think it will happen in the January. And those sort of signings doesn't actually happen in the January transfer window. And Manchester United, we are not ambitious enough to pull such deal in the January transfer window because we don't have such money and we can't pay silly money for that. Any of us can't pay silly money for that. So that is it for Carlos Baleba. Will I still go for Carlos Baleba in the transfer window, or will I still try to sign Carlos Baleba? 100% no. Capital no. My preferred midfielder as it stands now, with my eye test, I will do everything to get Elliot Anderson into he is the perfect replacement for Casemiro. He is he's a horsepower midfielder. I will go for him 100%. But let's see what the board and what Manchester United are going to do in the transfer window. So that is it for the replacement of Casemiro and other midfielders which we can go for, either in the January transfer window or in the summer transfer window. So that is it. So now let's talk about what's his name? Matthias Delete. The kind of disrespect that guy is having, the kind of disrespect our rival fans is giving that guy, the kind of disrespect that guy is getting from the media is shocking. It's shocking. I don't know why, why is it always Manchester United? I want to ask. As it stands now, if you give me Van Dijk and Delete, I will take Matthias Delete 100% every day of the week. If you should keep Van Dijk now and Matthias Delete, I'm going to, even when I'm sleeping, even when I'm dreaming, Matthias Delete every day of the week. Van Dijk is living with past glories if he actually have one. If Van Dijk actually has one past glory. I don't know the type of disrespect the English media is giving this guy Matthias De Ligt? Why is it like that? I want to know, why is it like that? For me, Matthias De Ligt is one of the top 5, if not the top three Premier League defenders as it stands now. Matthias De Ligt is in it. Top 3 Premier League defenders. You cannot count more than 3 without counting Matthias De Ligt. He is there. And another thing I want to tell the Manchester United board and Ruben Amorim, Matthias De Ligt not being among the leadership squad in Manchester United team, the leadership team, is shocking to me as well. Maybe because you have to, because charity begins at home. Charity actually begins at home. You can't tell me that Ruben Amorim didn't put, or Manchester United board didn't select Matthias De Ligt, or he's not among the leadership team in that Manchester United team. Then you expect other rival fans to respect him. Why you are not giving him his maximum respect inside his house? You are not giving him maximum respect inside his own room. Somebody like Diego Dalot is in that leadership team. Diego Dalot. Somebody like Diego Dalot is in that leadership team. Why Matthias De Ligt is not? And you think other rival fans or the media will respect him? Now I can understand where the disrespect is coming from. Now I understand where the disrespect is actually coming from for Matthias De Ligt. Yes, I understand now. Because you can't, if you respect your player and put him in the higher position where he's supposed to be, other people will respect him. Yes, other people will respect him. For me, there's nothing somebody will tell me. Matthias De Ligt is one of the top 3 Premier League defenders as it stands now. He is there. You can never mention 3 defenders in the Premier League without mentioning Matthias De Ligt. Go and count it. Go and put it somewhere. Yes, that is my own opinion, and I know majority of football lovers and football fans who knows football will also agree with me. So that is it. So guys, without wasting time, this is how this will be the end of our show today. I just wanted to make a very quick one because this is actually the international break. So we will always be keeping you updated about anything that is happening in terms of the Manchester United news, because majority of the time now will be transfer news and everything. United as well has been linked to Joao Gomez, the guy in Wolves. Will he be the answer to our midfield problem? He's a midfielder. I don't know, but we will see what will happen next for in the January transfer window. So let's hope maybe Wolves will be able to sell to us. The Wolves are a selling club. They are actually selling club. So we'll see if they will be willing to sell Joao Gomez for us. He's a good player. He's a good player, even though the guy and yellow card are like 5 and 6. He's a very rough player. Good midfielder. But that is what I want from my midfielders. Tough midfielders. During our last game, I was shouting before Tottenham scored. I was shouting, Ugarte, bring him down, bring him down, bring him down. Kick him, kick him, kick him, bring him down. Before I finish shouting, Tottenham scored. So if we can get someone like Joao Gomez to replace, to be like a bench player that will be subbed on when Casemiro is coming out, it will be a very good addition to the squad. Manu Ugarte needs to leave Manchester United 100%. Manu Ugarte has to leave Manchester United. Joao Gomez is better than Manu Ugarte 100%. 100%. Nobody can argue that with me. 100%. So, if we can get Joao Gomez for a short time, maybe as a squad player, or as a bench player or bench option to sub Casemiro until the season is over, then we can go for our main target. I will do it. So it's possible. Let's try, and Manchester United Football Club, the board has to be brave this January. We have to be 100% brave enough to do some deal, especially that midfield. We actually need a midfielder in this January transfer window. At least one. So that is it for today. Guys, don't forget to check the Jeju Him Honey product. The link is in the description. Just click on the link for you to see the whole details about the product. It's pure natural, organic, no artificial ingredients there. Everything is pure and organic. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This is the United Agenda. My name is Eric Demian. One love.